Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to the Park Bowl. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, along with Chuck Rasmussen from Lancaster. Well, Chuck, we're off and running here on today's ball game. We better turn the mic over to you.
All right, thanks, Ken. Batting right now is Bryce Schultz. Schultz with a base hit, the middle.
And the ball gets away from the center fielder.
And Schultz will move on to second. So a single and an error.
Wicked hop out there, just went right over his glove but he didn't really have his body in front of it like you try to do, so that cost him an error.
He's going to bring up Billy Steckel. Steckel playing catcher today. And on the mound is Aiden Gunderson. Behind the plate is Drew Apicella. And again, we're in the first inning. Stoddard versus Black River Falls. Top of the first. And the fly ball out towards right field is Hunter Lechner. And he will have that go off his glove, actually right off the palm of his hand. And that will be an E9. Schultz moves on over to third.
The shortstop, number 17, Finn Roble.
Kind of what they would say, auspicious way of starting the ball game. 2 errors in a row.
Being up Finn Roble. Roble will be followed by Aiden Brzezinski and then Silas Buchner. That's going to pop away from the catcher. Again, the catcher Drew Apicella. First base, Garrett West. The second baseman is Karsten Hunter. Evan Jacobs, the shortstop. Lyndon Greengrass is at third. Give the outfield just a second. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. The outfield is Danny Gertis in left. Connor O'Brien, the center fielder, and Hunter Lechner is in right. Robo 2 for 2 yesterday. And a swing just ticks the ball right into the glove of the catcher. And again, the catcher, Drew Apicella, had a nice game yesterday. Stoddard was defeated by Westby by a score of 15-4. Yesterday's game. Full count pitch. It's grounded towards third, and it's going to get past the third baseman. Let's see which way they score that, if it was a hit or an error. They're going to call that a hit.
Yeah, that really got on top of the third baseman there, like right away.
Pitcher number 2, Aiden Brzezinski.
Aiden Brzezinski batting now, 0 for 3 yesterday. Runners first and third. Roble takes second. Stoddard comes in today's game with a record of 1-10 this summer. Black River Falls at 5-14. Runners at second and third. Batting is Aiden Brzezinski.
Tell you what, I think Nick Betts, the home plate umpire, took that one right off the old face mask. Vernon Dane's in the field umpiring today.
0-2 pitch is swung on and hit towards center, left center field, and it's going to get all the way to the warning track. And into third with a triple is Aiden Brzezinski.
Well, pretty nice shot. He caught that one right between the left and center field situation, and great effort there by the center fielder, but once it got by, it was off to the races.
Silas Buchner.
Buckner swings on to the pitch, and it's going to fall in there for a base hit.
First baseman.
You know, just the way he started is hitting the ball here, Chuck, you go, they're 1-10?
Really? Really?
Doing a nice job here.
Yes, they are. It's going to bring up Austin DeFlorian, the first baseman. DeFlorian 0 for 1 yesterday. There's a ground ball hit towards first. The first baseman, West, is going to pick it up, and he'll take the out at first, throw on to second. But Buckner in there with a slide.
Right fielder, number 18, Griffin Hansen.
Griffin Hansen batting now. Hansen playing right field today, and the first pitch to him is a called strike. Hansen went 0 for 2 yesterday. Number 18. Pitch is called strike. Count 0-2. Runner on second. And there's a called strike 3. And that's going to bring up Matt Sanding, number 26.
Matt Sanding.
Sanding playing second base today. Got one hit, 1 for 1 yesterday. Ball right back to the catcher. See Apicella talking with the umpire. To see good communications as far as between the catchers and the umpires too.
Yep.
It's going to be inside. Count moves to 1-1 on Sanding. This is the 8th batter in the top of the first. Runner on second. Be down low. Count it 2-1. Runner gets his lead, and there's a shot down the foul line towards first.
Well, with this cement wall now, you can get some pretty good crackbacks, I'll call it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Comes off just about as fast as it goes toward the wall. 2-2. And there's a ground ball hit towards the second baseman. Carson Hunter over to first, and Garrett West does his impression of a basketball player, goes up, grabs it, brings it right back down. And we're there. Move to the bottom of the second, 4-0.
Our thanks going out to the Bank of Cashton, Bethel Home and Services here in Viroqua, and also CNC Landscaping here on the south side of Viroqua, helping us out with the broadcast. Back with more baseball action here. It's the bottom of the first around the corner.
All right. Bottom of the first inning. Black River Falls batting is going to be Karsten Hunter, Drew Apicella, and Evan Jacobs. Top three in the order for Black River Falls. Black River Falls comes into the game today with a record of 5-14 this summer. Fly ball out towards right center field. It's going to be a tough play. But no, Evan Cole is able to drift on over, and he'll get the grab for out number one.
The catcher, number 9, Drew Apicella.
Drew Apicella batting now. The catcher today, number 9. 0 for 3 in yesterday's contest. Give you the defense here for Stoddard in just a minute. On the mound is Aiden Brozinski. Behind the plate is Billy Steckel. First base is Austin DeFlorian. Playing second base, Matt Sanding. Shortstop, Finn Roble. And playing third base is Bryce Schultz. In the outfield, Silas Buchner in left, Evan Coe in center field, and Griffin Hansen is over in right. The 1-1 pitch. Going to bounce in. On at 2-1. That's behind the head of Karsten Hunter. Four runs across the top of the first for Stoddard. It's going to be high. And Karsten Hunter, Drew Apicella will move down to first with a walk.
The shortstop, number 12, Evan Jacobs.
Up now to the plate, Evan Jacobs. Number 12, the shortstop for Black River Falls. Jacobs went 1 for 2 yesterday. Swung on. It foul.
Not that many young ones around today, this afternoon early.
No. The 0-2 pitch to Jacobs. It's going to be outside, going to get away from the catcher, Steckel. And Apicella on down to second. Apicella gets a small lead, and we've got walk number 2.
Third baseman, number 19, Lyndon Greengrass.
Cleanup hitter, Lyndon Greengrass, steps to the plate. Playing third today. I'll take the first pitch outside. He was 0 for 3 yesterday. Greengrass will be followed by Garrett West and Aiden Gunderson. Brzezinski having a little difficult time finding the strike zone. Count it 2-0. Now make that 3-0. Runners at first and second both reached on walks. There's a swing and a miss.
Gave him the green light, huh?
And that's ball 4. So Greengrass will be the runner at first. The runner at second, Evan Jacobs, and the runner at third is Drew Apicella. Coach coming out for a quick talk.
That means we'll have a quick break.
All righty.
Thanks again to those sponsors. A couple of them are, of course, our Cashton Farm Supply out on Highway 27, and in Cashton, Central Express, as well as Pasture Pride. They, too, out there on Highway 27. You're going to see them right across from Cashton Farm Supply.
Count 1-0 on Garrett West, the number 5 batter in this lineup for Black River Falls. And the count now 1-1. West was 1 for 2 yesterday, playing first base today. Two and 1. Base is full for Black River Falls. Pitch is going to get away. Good hustle by the catcher there, Billy Steckel. Runner at third decides to just stay there, play it safe.
Yeah, that was a real good scramble by Steckel.
Yep. And the count now at 3-1. Bases are full. West will pick up the 4th walk of the inning, and that'll bring in a run.
The pitcher, number 10, Aiden Gunderson.
Aiden Gunderson batting now, again with the bases loaded. Number 10. Gunderson pitching today. 0 for 2 yesterday. And the bases are loaded. Called strike. We're 1-1. Fly ball out towards left field. That's going to be Silas Buchner there. He'll make the catch, throws it in. The runner from third is going to score. Each of the other runners move up.
The center fielder, number 5, Connor O'Brien.
Connor O'Brien batting now, playing center field today. Number 5, left-handed batter. He also 0 for 2 yesterday. Pitches outside and a little high. Runners at second and third. 2 down. We're in the bottom half of inning number 1. Strike. Swing. Fouled off. Beautiful day here in Viroqua. At the Park Bowl. No wind at all. Flag in the center field. And over on the hill and left. Straight down. Sun behind the clouds right now. Field in nice condition.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, mid-80s today?
Yeah, I think they said a little bit before the game was 79, so maybe up to the mid 80s. Great day for baseball.
Yeah, 3 games today again. This 3 o'clock and then 5:30 and 8. Tomorrow a little different. 2, 4:30 and 7.
Here fairly quickly, Ken, I'm going to have you test your memory again and give us a recap of yesterday's games.
Oh, boy.
All right, the 1-2 pitch.
Oh, wow, what a hit.
It's a fair ball. Runner from third will score. O'Brien will be into second with a double.
I'll tell you what, he put that one right on the line, and I mean line.
Right there, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was fair or foul to the umpire signal.
Yeah. Well, yesterday, take a look at Game 1. It was the Westby Coon Valley squad defeating Stoddard, the team that we're watching now, 15-4 in 5 innings.
There's a called strike.
Game number 2, let's see, that was Black River Falls and Bi-State.
Mm-hmm.
That was, wasn't that like 5-2 if I remember right?
You can look back here.
Thinking that's
Yes, 5-2. You
5-2.
are correct.
Okay.
Good job. So you can do 3 for 3. The last one should be fairly fresh in your memory. It was
Oh, yeah.
a late one. So
That was
all right.
it was a great game. It
Third
was
out.
10 inning ball game, and the Viroqua 138ers pick up the victory. They were the away team, 2-0 in 10 over a very solid Bangor squad. So that's going to set up a neat stage later on today with the other 2 games, which we'll talk about in just a moment's time. Our thanks going out to Chaseburg American Legion Post 202, as well as Coon Valley American Legion Post 116. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op, John Mislevicek helping us with the broadcast. And now let's look at more of those sponsors.
All right. Top of the second. We're tied up at 4-4. The Evan Cole, and then back to the top of the lineup for Stoddard. Cole, the center fielder, number 24. Did not play yesterday. And there's a nubber between first and second. The first baseman's going to get it.
Quite the play.
It was. Yeah, it looked to me like the runner, the batter runner Cole, just paused. I thought he would have beat out, but nice job there by the first baseman Garrett West staying with that pitch or that hit. Back to the top of the order is going to be Bryce Schultz. Schultz singled to left center. Start out today's game. He also scored. Top 4 batters in the lineup for Stoddard scored the first inning. We're in the second. There's another one to the first baseman. He's going to take that unassisted, Garrett West. 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of inning number 2.
The catcher, number 20, Billy Steckel.
Bring up Billy Steckel. Steckel, 0 for 3 yesterday. Just finished his senior year. There's a pop-up. Shortstop Evan Jacobs is calling it, and he fights his son, but he'll make the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, Stoddard here in the top half of inning number 2.
Citizens First Bank right here in Viroqua, as well as Viola, helping us out today. Coon Valley Dairy Supply on the north side of Coon Valley, Larry Service and Family. And Nanjeen Schultz, it's Coon Valley Tax Service. They too on the north side of Coon Valley. Back with more here in a moment's time. Thanks going out to Coon Valley Telecommunications as we get things started here in our next half inning.
All right, Black River Falls will be batting now. It'll be Hunter Lechner leading things off, and then back to the top of the order. We're in the home half of inning number 2. 4-4 is our score. Aiden Brozinski back on the mound. Pitch just a little bit low. Count 1-1 to Lechner. Lechner 0 for 2 yesterday. There's a ground ball hit towards the third baseman. Nice grab and a good throw by Bryce Schultz. And we have one out.
Showed a quick arm there too, Chuck.
Yeah. Got it quick to the hand. Oh, it's going to be a Karsten Hunter. Hunter flew out to center field in his previous plate appearance. And that pitch is going to be away. One out here in the home half of inning number 2. There's a called strike on Hunter. The 1-1 pitch. Just misses from Brosinski. It's Billy Steckel behind the plate. And a ground ball hit to the left of the second baseman. And it's going to be a base hit for Karsten Hunter.
The catcher number 9, Drew Apicella.
Brings up Drew Apicella. He walked, as did the next 3 batters in the first inning also. Back-to-back walks. And all of those 4 also scored. Runner at first, Karsten Hunter. And I apologize if I say his Karsten Hunter's name backwards. I had written in my book backwards. And scratch that out.
You got 2 first names there. That's
yeah. There's a throw to second on the steal attempt, and Karsten will be in safely. That pitch is going to get away. A wild pitch. Catcher just goes back to get it. Good choice in not trying to throw out the runner at third. So the count 3-0 on Apicella. There's a pop-up down the right side. The first baseman's going to back up DeFlorian, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Excuse me, out number 2.
The shortstop number 12, Evan Jacobs.
Evan Jacobs steps in now. He walked and scored a run in the first. And there's a called strike on Jacobs. That pitch is fouled straight back. And we're at 0-2 to Jacobs with 2 outs. Runner on third. There's a fly ball out towards right center field. The center fielder, that's Evan Cole, is going to make the catch out there. So we're out of the second inning. We're still tied at 4.
He might come in and say, "Did you see that face plant?" But a good job there nonetheless. Link Buckles Countertops by Design just outside of West Bend Highway 27, as well as Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte In Coon Valley and in Viroqua, it's Evinger's Equipment, Sales, and Service helping to bring you today's baseball game.
Inning, it'll be Finn Roble, Aiden Brzezinski, and Silas Buchner for Stoddard. Roble singled and scored in the first inning. Again, we're 4-4, top of 3. On the mound, Aiden Gunderson. A swing and miss by Roble. Defensively, again, Gunderson on the mound. Behind the plate is Drew Epicella. There's a fly ball out towards center, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit in front of Connor O'Brien. So Roble at 2 for 2 for the day.
That's actually a pretty good job by the center fielder using his body off from that hop, keeping the ball in front of him.
Bring up Aiden Brzezinski. Brzezinski tripled and scored in the first inning. The swing and miss. At first base, it's Garrett West. The second baseman, Karsten Hunter. Shortstop, Evan Jacobs, and Lyndon Greengrass is there at third. Runner at first, Roble. It's a short lead. And he's going to take off anyway. And the ball is fouled back out of play. The outfield for Black River Falls, Danny Gertis in left, Connor O'Brien there in center field, and Hunter Lechner in right. The swing and a miss. Brzezinski goes down for out number 1.
Yeah, Aiden was just, he couldn't hold back. He wanted to, but once he committed, that bat just came around.
Going to bring up Silas Buchner. Buchner singled and left stranded at second. There's a ground ball towards the third baseman. Third baseman is not going to be able to grab that. And so it's going to be an E5. Runner Roble moves on over to second base. And that's going to bring up Austin DeFlorian. The runners at first and second. Runners get their lead. And we're top of the third inning. And we're tied at 4-4. Florian back in. He'll be followed by Griffin Hansen. Nice little breeze blowing towards us right now.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Nice, Beautiful day. There's a called strike on the floor in.
That's a good-looking curve to the outside.
Count it 1-2. Fly ball over here towards our right on the parking lot. Count again 1-2 with 1 out. And that is a called strike 3 for the second out. That'll bring up Griffin Hansen with runners at first and second. Hansen struck out looking for the second out in the first inning. Hansen, the number 7 batter in the Stoddard order. And he's going to get a base hit out of this as it goes towards right center field. 1 run is going to score. And the other runner, Buchner, will move on to third. So a base hit for Hansen.
The second baseman, number 26, Matt Sandy.
And Stoddard has taken a 5-4 lead. Let's bring up Matt Sanding. Sanding grounded to the second baseman to end the first inning. Pitch inside. Throw over to first, and that's going to get past the first baseman. And Hansen now at second.
That's the tough part about throwing over to first there, Chuck, because you better be accurate. Otherwise, you give up what we just saw, another run.
Two runs across here for Stoddard in this third inning. They lead by a score of 6-4. There's a ground ball foul. This is Matt Sanding batting now. There's another one hit towards the right side, and this is out of play. Hits the concrete, bounces quite a ways now, rolling in the parking lot. And the count remains at 1-2. Pitch is high. Runner at second is Griffin Hansen. The ground ball hit towards second, and it's bobbled, but Carson Hunter stays with it, and he'll get the throw to first and the out for number 3. 2 runs across here, though, for Stoddard in this third inning.
Thanks to the Fraternal Order of Viroqua Eagles, post 2707, helping us out today. George and Stephanie Hopkins, Hopkins and Hopkins Law Office here in Viroqua. And the old Legion baseball player himself, Dr. Jerry Johnson. Well, he's not that old. But anyways, your chiropractor on the south side of La Crosse helping us with our broadcast. More to come here from the Park Bowl. Dr. Jerry Johnson, chiropractor with over 18 years of experience serving the tri-state area. Have your next chiropractic exam with Dr. Jerry Johnson, located on the south side of La Crosse. Chiropractic care for the whole family is Dr. Johnson's focus, regardless of your age. Chiropractic care can enhance one's ability to fight off many afflictions.
Inning number 3, and it's going to be Lyndon Greengrass. Will be followed by Garrett West and Aiden Gunderson. Black River Falls trailing 6-4. Home half of inning number 3. Pitch is bounced in. Greengrass walked and scored in the first. Pitch is going to be outside. And that one's going to be high. So Greengrass picks up his second walk of the afternoon. And that'll bring up Garrett West.
The first baseman, number 22, Garrett West.
West also walked and scored in that first inning for the 4th run for Black River Falls. Toss over to first. Aiden Brzezinski on the mound. Billy Steckel behind the plate. Pitch is down low to West. Austin DeFlorian playing first base. Matt Sanding at second. There's a called strike on West. Ken Roble, the shortstop, and Bryce Schultz is there at third. Pitch gets away from the catcher, and Greengrass will move on over from that wild pitch to second base.
Our thanks going out to J&R Surplus. They're located in DeSoto. They're right along the River Road, as I like to call it, as well as Nordic Lanes, our good friend Scott and Sue Sordahl. They're on the north side, of Westby.
The 3-1 pitch. It's going to be a called strike on West.
He turned at a smile with the umpire. He wasn't quite ready for that one or not.
Yeah. That one's going to get away from the catcher. Greengrass moves on over to third. That's ball 4, so another walk. So runners at first and third.
Yeah, he was able to move over to third because the ball slipped out of the grip of Steckel's glove, and when Steckel went to retrieve it, he just kind of sauntered right on down to third base.
Mm-hmm. It's going to bring up Aiden Gunderson with 2 runners on and nobody out in the third. Pitch is going to be outside the outfield. Silas Bookner in left. Evan Coe in center field, and Griffin Hansen is in right. Neither team has much for substitutes. A called strike.
Yeah, did Stoddard have any?
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
Black River Falls just has 1. A swing and miss by Gunderson. Gunderson hit a sacrifice fly to left field in the first inning. Be down low. We're at 2-2. Nobody out. Pitch just misses. The count goes full on Gunderson. And we'll have another walk. Bases are loaded.
And I think we're going to get a visit on the mound here, Chuck. So we'll take a little break and see if they're going to stay with Aiden or maybe look to see if there's another pitcher out there. Well, Chuck, a couple of defensive moves going on here for Stoddard.
Yes, it's going to be Finn Rowell on the mound. And there's a pitch, first base hit to left field. Left fielder bobbles it, but nobody's going to move any farther from there. So a base hit for Connor O'Brien. That's his second hit of the afternoon. That'll bring in a run. Everybody else moves up one.
Left fielder number 3, Danny Gertis.
Going to bring up Danny Gertis with nobody out. Base is full. Aiden Brzezinski goes to third, and Bryce Schultz now playing at shortstop. Brzezinski finished with 66 pitches. There's a bouncer going to be played by Brzezinski, and a nice job there getting the throw home. Steckel steps on the plate for a force out.
Yeah, that infield moving in like we saw last night in that tremendous game with Viroqua and Bangor. And again, those bang-bang plays, you've got to have the perfect top, and Aiden Brzezinski was able to get that.
Base is still full. And there's a line drive out towards left field, and it's going to be foul.
Well, I just fouled two by about 2.5, 3 feet there.
It's Hunter Lechner batting now. Number 2, playing right field is Lechner today. Lechner grounded out 5-3 to start the second inning. And there's a swing and miss. And Lechner goes down for the second out. Back to the top of the order.
Number 11, Karsten Hunter.
And this will be Karsten Hunter with the bases full. It's a swing and miss. Hunter has flown out to center field and then singled, scored a base, or stole the base. The breaking ball in there for a strike. Good breaking pitch there by Weber.
Yes.
That broke probably 1.5 feet. 0-2. There's a line drive right up the middle. Good bunch of hitting there by. And then the runners are going to advance.
Well, there was a little bit of a double pump there, and that allowed for the runner at third to go sliding in, and he just got underneath the tag. And another run or two coming across here, Chuck. A little bit of a hit parade now for Black River Falls. They're taking turns.
Bring up Drew Apicella. Apicella has walked and scored a run and then popped out to the first baseman. 2 outs. There's a fly ball down the right field side and out of play. And that'll be out number 3.
Thanks going out to O'Reilly Auto Parts, and of course the store here on the north side of Viroqua, and Organic Valley, located in Cashton and Lafarge, helping us today. We also appreciate Nick Brigham and Peck's Corner, County D, outside of Cashton.
Top of inning number 4, it's going to be Evan Cole, and then back to the top of the lineup for Stoddard. Stoddard trailing now 7-6. Pitches outside from Gunderson. In the 4th inning. Pitches a little bit high. Fly ball out towards center field. Connor O'Brien is there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
I think he only had to move a half a step.
Yeah, didn't have to go far.
Shortstop, number 11, Bryce Schultz.
Back to the top of the lineup, and it'll be Bryce Schultz. Schultz, the shortstop. Number 11. Schultz has singled and scored. And a ground out 3 unassisted. Schultz 4 for 6 in the tournament. Just finished his freshman year in high school. Looks to have a pretty good career. And pitched a little bit outside. The 0-2. There's a grounder to the first baseman. Garrett West will pick it up and take a couple steps over to the bag. 3 unassisted. Second time for Schultz to go 3 unassisted.
The catcher, number 20, Billy Steckel.
Billy Steckel steps now into the batter's box. Steckel reached on an error and scored in the first, and then flew out to the shortstop. Steckel 0 for 5 in the tournament. Steckel was an all-conference selection last spring. And I'd like to thank some of the parents and then some of the coaches as far as information, as far as these athletes, as far as graduation or what year at school they just finished. Also the information as far as all conference, honorable mention, etc. So much appreciated. There's a swing and miss by Steckel. They count now even at 2. 2 outs. Steckel, the number 2 batter in the order. There's a ground ball hit into the hole between short and third. That'll be a base hit.
Good job just knocking it down.
Mm-hmm. Going to bring up Finn Robo.
The pitcher, number 17,
Finn 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored.
Robo.
He is now 4 for 4 in the tournament. You know, the stats we're giving you are completely unofficial. But they've been looked over by Ken Manning. And so about as official as you can get. There's a fly ball out towards center field, and Connor O'Brien will catch it for the 3rd out. Gonna help you out there.
Yeah, there you go. Well, more baseball coming up. Our thanks with Proline Printing right here in Viroqua. That's Chet Melcher. And Rudy's Bar down in Genoa. Rudy's Bar and Hotel. Tell you what a great place to go there. Kevin Blusky, Rural Mutual Insurance, right here in Viroqua. Well, thanks again to all those sponsors that you're going to be seeing here throughout today's ball game. And a good little ball game we have here between the two teams. This is an elimination game.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and it's Evan Jacobs to the bat, and he'll go on down to first with a hit by pitch.
Team that can pick up a win today, well, they get to come back tomorrow and play. I believe it's a 2 o'clock game. I haven't really taking a peek at that schedule for a while.
Okay, this is Lyndon Greengrass batting now. Greengrass has walked twice and scored 2 runs. Still looking for his first hit in the tournament. Runner at first gets his lead, and he's going to take off. The throw down to second is not going to be in time. And Jacobs will get a stolen base. Count 2-0 on Greengrass. Get 3-0.
That one came up on the bicep area right away. He went after a 3-0 pitch earlier today.
And he does again, and this time it's a base hit to left field. Give you a short story that I'll probably make long. But we happened to, my wife and I, we've been to a number of Brewer games, and we've had really some pretty awesome seats, and we sit pretty much the 10th row right behind home plate, and right behind us for several years was the young man, not a young man, he was older than, well, yeah, I'll call him the same age as we are, and so I say young man, but he was the one that did the gun as far as the speed gun.
Oh, sure.
Runner at first takes off, and we got talking about things. He used to play minor league baseball, and I can't remember if it was for the Cubs organization, whichever one it was, but he got talking about that and watching the games, and he said there was a 3-0 pitch, and he said we would have had our butts really chewed out there. The nice shot there to right center field by Garrett West, and he's going to hustle into second for a base hit. And 2 runs will score. But yeah, it was finished that story there. He the batter swung on that, and he said, we would have had our butts chewed out big time for swinging it in a 3-0 pitch. He was a really interesting guy to talk with. But the Brewers, I guess, retired him.
Oh,
about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And they do, I don't know if they do it from the booth now or from exactly where, but it's not behind home plate. Aiden Gunderson batting now. Gunderson with a sac fly and a walk and a run scored. And a swing and a miss. And that is out number 1. That'll bring up Connor O'Brien, number 5. O'Brien center field today. 2 for 2 in this game. Runner gets their lead. And there's a slicer to the shortstop. Bryce Schultz playing there now, and he'll get the catch for the out number 2.
Left fielder number 3, Danny Curtis.
With 2 outs and a runner on second, this is going to bring up Danny Gertis. A called strike on Gertis. Gertis has grounded out to the shortstop and reached on a fielder's choice. There's a called strike. Counted 0-2. Pitch is outside. Gertis. Outside. 2-2. Count is full.
Well, the Westby Coon Valley bunch strolling in, as well as some of the Bangor squad now.
There's a hit out towards right center field, and it's going to fall in there. The runner at second just going to go to third. Garrett West
Right fielder number
held
2,
up there.
Hunter Lechner.
Not sure if he was held up by the coach there, or he just didn't get a good jump with 2 outs or what. But we've got runners at first and third. Runner at first moves on down. Shortstop cuts off the throw. So now runners at second and third, and this is Hunter Lechner. Number 2 on his back. Here's a throw, gets past the catcher.
Oh, wow. I could have strolled down there with an iced tea.
Yeah.
But sometimes you never know. You could get halfway there and all of a sudden you're a dead duck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lechner 0 for 2 in the game. Out 5-3 and then out by a strikeout. There's a pitch called strike to Lechner. Again, we're in the 4th. And there's a line drive out towards left. That's going to score 1. Base hit for Lechner. An RBI.
That was just a real soft, easy swing.
Yep, nice, easy
you
swing
know.
for a base hit.
Put it right on the meat of the bat, though.
Hunter.
All right, back to the top of the order. Carson Hunter, there's a ground ball. Hit, the second baseman left his position, and that's going to go right through there for a base hit. Carson Hunter has reached base all 4 times. We bring up Drew Apicella. Runners at first and third. Apicella, the 9th batter in this inning for Black River Falls. Throw down to third as Hunter moves on to second base. So runners at second and third now. 2 outs. The count 0-1 on Apicella. They got 1-1. Count slides to 3-1. Runners at second and third. First base unoccupied. And there's a called strike. Count full. Apicella reaches out and he'll just slide this one out towards right field. And another run will score.
Well, Chuck, they're not overpowering hits, but
Nope.
they are pretty good hits.
Yeah, they look like line drives in the book.
For sure.
So, yeah. And so we move back around. We batted around here. This will be Evan Jacobs. 5 runs across in this inning for Black River Falls. Quick toss over to first. Back in easily as Epicella. There's a base hit by Jacobs. Another run will score.
That was a good
And-
slide.
Yep, and Jacobs in on the throw there.
He
So
put the right arm out on the back side, on the outfield side of the bag, and the tag coming on the inside.
Linden, green grass.
followed back. Lyndon Greengrass batting now. Greengrass has reached base 3 times, 2 walks and a hit, scored 3 runs. We're in the 4th inning. There's another base hit.
And the hits keep coming.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs across here in the inning. Runners at first and third again.
Garrett, West.
Thanks going out to Scenic Bluffs Community Health Center's corporate office in Cashton, and in Coon Valley, Tim Seelan at Seelan's Carpet Land.
Garrett West batting now. West scored 2 runs. And a throw over to first, going to get by the first baseman. That'll allow the runner from third to score and also allows Greengrass to move on to second. West fouls that back to the screen. Runner at second. Greengrass takes off and he'll get a stolen base.
Well, he took that one on the pitcher watching
Yeah.
Robo.
Pitch is inside to West. We're here yet in the 4th inning. Pretty long inning so far, and that pitch is fouled off to the side.
Yeah, I'd hate to guess how long. Probably
on a clockwise.
half hour? 20 minutes, I'll bet.
No, I'm gonna say I bet your half hour is probably closer.
Yeah.
Time is it here? I got 4:13. West able to avoid getting hit by that pitch. Pitch out of play. And it's Finn Robo on the mound. High and tight. That was pitch number 48 by Robo.
You know, you think about that. There's been a lot of pitches.
There's another base hit. This one by Garrett West.
Brzezinski finished with 66, so total in the game right now is 114, and we're just maybe halfway through.
The pitcher number 10.
In the 4th.
Gunderson.
Going to bring up Aiden Gunderson. Pitch is outside. Gunderson has hit a sac fly, walked and scored in the 3rd, and struck out for the first out here in the 4th. Batting again.
Thanks to Snowflake Ski and Golf helping us out today down there in Timber Coulee, and Kelly Olson with Street Smarts Driving School, and Swenson Doors, Mark and Sean on the south side of Viroqua here.
Swing and miss by Gunderson. The called strike.
We also want to say thanks to Thirsty Turtle out there in Stoddard, right there in the heart of Stoddard. Appreciate their support.
Strike 3, and the inning finally over.
Bottom of the fourth, 9 runs on 9 hits, and 1 run.
A whole bunch of runs there.
Complete inning. Black River Falls 16.
So 16-6 your score here, and now Black River Falls, they just need to hold Stoddard here in the top of the 5th, and this ballgame would be done. Our thanks to Thrive Wellness, Dr. Martin Midas in Cashton, and in Stoddard on the south side, it's T's Auto Sales and Service. Well, as we come back and you saw one of our sponsors, that is Tractor Central. That's where we're at on our sheet. Thanks to Don Wallace and the crew between Westby and Viroqua on Highway 14. And we hope you're enjoying today's broadcast on Vernon Communications Channel 14.
Aiden Brzezinski steps in. And again, Stoddard needing a run to continue playing. Is that correct, Ken?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
16-6.
10-run rule in effect here throughout the tournament.
Pitch is outside. That's Gunderson pitching for Black River Falls. The fly ball out towards center field. Connor O'Brien will take a couple steps to his left and back, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Left fielder number 16.
Also, our thanks to Vernon Electric and Richland Electric, your Touchstone Energy Electric Co-ops, bringing you the action today.
As Buckner steps up to the plate now, fouls the first pitch off. He is 1 for 2 in the game with a run scored. A single and has reached on an air. 2 for 4 in the tournament. He'll be followed by Austin DeFlorian and then Griffin Hansen. Called strike on Buckner. And that's out number 2.
The first baseman number 23.
Thanks to Vernon Acres and Vernon Manor, both, of course, under the watchful eye of Amanda Huff on the north side of Viroqua. And on the south side here, I'll stop in at the VFW of Viroqua, thanks to Mr. Sherry and all that great crew down there.
Austin DeFlorian steps in with 2 outs, needing to get on base to extend this game. First pitch, a ball. Called strike. There's a ground ball hit towards Jacobs at short. Jacobs up. He'll make the throw over to first. West comes off the bag, but he'll make the tag for out number 3. Final score 16-6, Black River Falls.
Well, let's take a look at a couple more of those sponsors. We'll come back with the recap of today's game with Chuck. And, of course, we do want to say thanks to the fine folks and Viroqua Hills Golf Course just south of us here on Highway 14. WCCU, the Westby Co-op Credit Union, the corporate office in Westby. And those great bunch of guys and gals, the men and women of the Westby American Legion, helping us out today. Don't forget the Westby Co-op Creamery. Take home that country goodness. And Shane Nottestead helping to bring you today's action here at the Park Bowl. That means it's zip stop with 7 convenient locations in the area and Westby with their corporate office. Back with more here in a moment's time, but let's take a look at some more of those sponsors helping us out. Well, we come back here, and of course you can see the grounds crew out there getting things fixed up and ready for the next game that's coming up. But before we have that, let's take a look at the recap with Chuck Rasmussen.
All right, thanks, Ken. For Stoddard, they come up on the short end of a 16-6 decision. 6 runs on 7 hits for Stoddard. Multiple hits for Finn Roble. He goes 2 for 3. And for Black River Falls, again, they win by a score of 16-6. 16 runs on 13 hits. Multiple hits for Carson Hunter. He goes 3 for 4. Lyndon Greengrass goes 2 for 2. And Garrett West goes 2 for 2. And Connor O'Brien 2 for 3. Again, Black River Falls wins by a score of 16-6.
Well, there you have it. Today's game number 1 in the books here. And, of course, a short 5-inning ball game. We'll have another game coming up in an hour's time at 5:30. It will feature a pretty good one once again. It's going to be the Westby Coon Valley Bandits, and they take on Post 40 of Bangor. For Chuck Rasmussen, I am Ken Manning saying thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you back here at 5:30 on the Diamond in the Park Bowl. Take care.